Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Money Hungry Mama. Today I have Megan with me. Megan, take it away.
Hi, so my name is Megan Sickerman. I am the proud owner of Tot Spot Parties, which is a soft play rental company. We do a lot of first birthday parties, sprinkles, holiday things, just any kind of little backyard event or grand event. I'm also a mom of two. I have a 3.5-year-old daughter named Charlie and an 18-month year old son, Cooper, who, the two of them just keep me busy in my like 9 to 5. I'm pretty much a stay at home mom during the week, but I'm also not a stay at home mom because I'm constantly answering inquiries and getting things ready for parties. And I have a couple employees. So connecting with them during the week and getting everything ready for the weekends of our events.
So fun. Oh my gosh, and employees. Good for you. What inspired you to create this safe, playful party experience?
I have been in childcare since I was practically a child like myself. I started working in a daycare at 14. And then when I was 18, I became a full time nanny with the same family until they went to college. So always in childcare. And even when I was a nanny, went to college and worked my hours around them and worked other full-time jobs and would be home for like 3:30 off the bus with my nanny family. So I've always just loved working with children, worked at like children's play places through the years. So, and I've loved party planning. Like that's always been a big thing. Like I love celebrations more than anything. Like I will show up for you. Like I'm not your maid of honor, but I will be the maid of honor planning your entire bridal shower. Like that's always been me. And I've been known to be that for my friends. So I love party planning. And then I had my babies and I love doing everything for them. And just showing up for them or their friends' events and helping my mom friends that I was like, let's do it. This is my inspiration, my love of like my kids and just party planning. It's so much fun. And like, who doesn't love a celebration?
Seriously. Yeah, we have such similar backgrounds. I started the same exact thing babysitting at 13, nanny, kids' party places, daycares. Like, oh my gosh, but I decided to write children's books. So I feel like it's somewhere in that
Loves,
lineage, honestly.
I
So,
love that.
so how did you get started? Like, when was the first time that you're like, I'm going to buy this piece of equipment?
Yeah, this is like it's such a wild story. So
Yeah.
my daughter was turning 1 and I'm looking for, we're throwing the grand party. She's the fall baby. We have a fall fest. Like we have kegs there and a pumpkin patch and hay bales and did it all ourselves. Like her nana and I did the entire thing in her nana's backyard. And I'm like, we need some entertainment. There was no soft play back then. Like she's 3.5, very limited in Monmouth County. I was looking at a lot in North Jersey. And I'm talking to my sister-in-law. I'm like, this is a great idea. Like, we should think about doing this. But we both just have our babies. And I'm so wrapped up in like the mom world and my postpartum. Like, I had such extreme postpartum anxiety with my daughter that, like, I thought the mailman who was eating his sandwich on the side of the road was trying to take her one day when I'm taking her for a walk. Like, it was very serious. And I didn't know that was even a thing. You're like, I don't have postpartum depression. I'm good. So I was just trying to get through like day by day of motherhood. Like I couldn't imagine taking anything on. And so grateful like to be a stay-at-home mom to be able to like
Yeah,
focus on like my own recovery of it all, which is so important.
for sure.
Turns to I have my second son and my two best friends in like the world, Sam and Nicolette, have their babies. We all have them like within like 2 to 4 months apart. So it's so exciting. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, when you become like the second time mom, it's like the first time was so rough for me. The second was like one is one and two is 10. Give me 10 kids now. I got it. Like I was into motherhood. Like I'm like, I have this. I know what I'm doing. No anxiety this time. Like it was amazing. And like share it with my two friends who are both nurses, work together, and they're on their maternity leave together. So we're together nonstop and we're out to lunch. And my son is maybe 8 months old. And I just look at them and I'm just like, I'm gonna open up a soft play. And they're like, what? I'm like, I think I'm gonna open up a soft play. Like I'm a creative person. I miss being creative. I miss having something for myself. Like I love my identity as a mom. It's my favorite role, but like I need something for myself. Like I'm so lost in all of this. And there's no 5 p.m. No, where am I working when my husband gets off of work? No one thinks about that when you're a mom. That like not every mom wants to just be a full stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Like, we wanna stay home, but I want something for myself, but where am I gonna go work at 5, 6 o'clock at night? There's not a lot of options for that.
Yeah. 100.
So, I think they just both thought I was crazy. I didn't even talk to my husband. I went home that day and I said, "I wanna open up a soft play company." And he's like, "What's soft play?" And I'm like, "Let me show you what soft play is." He's like, "Sold on this. Like, I don't even understand this concept, but I have faith in you. Like, if you say you're gonna do this and be successful, I know you are. So here's the credit card. Buy whatever you need. Like, I trust you. Like, you can do this." Like, because I am the type, like, I do something, I put my heart into it, I put my soul, like, I'm a passionate person.
Yeah.
So I just started doing a lot of research. This was maybe in July. I start doing a ton of research of like what equipment, like what goes into sock play. How do you do a setup, right?
Yeah.
And looking into bounce houses. I don't do bounce houses, but I was like, what's the liability? And then I decided that's not for me. Let's leave that
Yeah.
for other companies. Like I decided what was going to be my thing and not. And by September, I had a full setup and launched on September 8th at Oak Hill Farms at an event at a fall fest. So it was like, and I think my whole mom group of friends who like they were like, wait, what's happening? Because it happened so quickly. And I just really took it and ran with it and got so excited about it. Carla, who is like the most amazing human who owns Oak Hill Farms, just was like, yeah, like, come on, Megan, like, come to your soft play for our fall fest. And that was my first event ever. And that's how it started. Just like a lunch with my girlfriends. That's it.
Okay, so many things, so many things. So the first one is I love that you brought up doing the research and liability. I think a lot of us, when we look into starting businesses, we don't think about all the logistics, especially after like excitement. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, I want to do all these things. And wait a second, I can get sued. So I think that that's like so important to look up the rules and the liability and like how you were like bounce houses aren't for me. Like that's so smart to add in. So thank you for saying that. The next thing I was gonna say was your husband just handing over the credit card, like, "I trust you." That is so sweet. How did it feel to have, like, such a support like that in that moment?
It's the best feeling. So my husband and I have been together for 19 years. We've been
Wow.
together, like we grew up together. We've done like, it just, so it felt amazing that it was no questions asked. Not like, how much money are you going to spend? What is the turnaround to pay us this money back? And just to like give you also, we bought a house 1 year prior in the worst market with a high interest rate and just had another baby. So like, he was like, okay, like he's working overtime like every other Sunday, and you know what I mean? And he works from home, so working overtime, but he's still working. But it's like it felt amazing, and he is my biggest supporter. He is so proud of me, and he just takes on any role. Like when I have to go work weekends, he's like the dad, or if I'm like, I need you to go help my employee put this tent up, he's there. So he is my number one supporter, has so much faith in me. My whole family, like my entire family and friend group has been my biggest cheerleaders. That I have 3 employees and they're all my closest friends or family. It's the people I trust most and they've been with me since day one. So it's amazing.
Beautiful. And I wanna add in here, I'm not gonna speak for you, but did you go into that conversation thinking he was just gonna hand over a credit card to you?
No, 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 no. I thought he was going to just question me of like, as any normal person would, where did this come from? How much money are we talking about here? Well, he was just kind of like, what is soft play? Okay, here you go. Like, I have faith in you. You're going to do this.
Yeah, and I just wanna make that known too because I have done that so many times too where I get nervous and in my mind, I'm playing these conversations of how they're gonna turn out, but they're nowhere near what I think they're gonna turn out. Like, I can go to somebody and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna start this," and instead in my mind, I'm like, "Oh my god, they're gonna think I'm crazy. They're gonna think I'm nuts. They're gonna be like, 'Don't do it.' They're gonna be negative." But 90% of the time, I'm not even kidding, it's usually like, "Go for
Yeah.
it." So, this is
No, I was to say they become your biggest cheerleader without you even knowing it's going to happen. And that just shows you have the right support system and you're surrounding yourself with the right people.
100%, and for everybody listening here, try it. Like, I think sometimes we're our own worst critic. And by going out there, and if you have like something, an idea on your heart, you've been listening to these episodes and you're starting to think of different things, just tell somebody. Just tell somebody because I am promising you that it's probably in your head that you think they're not going to be supportive. And guess what? If you really do not have support, you do now because this is a community. And if you want to tell us that what you want to do, come and tell us because we are here to support you. So, okay, what is the first piece of equipment that you bought?
The first piece of equipment that I bought was I did a big order through a company called Igloo, which is my favorite soft play equipment. And I did a bigger order through them. Like I ordered the ball pit, I ordered a small climber, I ordered a rocker. I actually ordered too much equipment. I wound up selling some of it because I just didn't know what I would need or use. So I kind of went a little crazy and I'm like, I'm gonna use all this stuff. And I wound up over time, months later,
Yeah,
selling some of it because I went a little crazy on thinking what I would need and then what actually was practical. And I based a lot of things over time on what my kids loved. Because who's the perfect audience,
right.
right? Because a lot of people will call me and they'll say, I'm booking this party for my 1 year old, but what do I need for my 4 year old? What's the entertainment? My answer is always nothing. The big kids love it as long as you're cool with the big kids being in it with the little kids.
Yeah,
They love it. My 3.5-year-old loves it as much as my 1 year old. So
100%.
I base almost everything on them. And even safety, I don't do a lot of like a little additional extras and they look cute. But my 1 year old, who's like the most chillest, amazing little boy, is also destructive. Like, I don't know what other way to put it. Like, if there's a way for him to get into something, he will find a way. So everything I'm like, okay, what can Cooper do with this that would make me stress out? Because
Yeah.
to me, soft play is you put it somewhere, you lock the kids in it, and you don't worry about them. It's their safe spot. So I really consciously think about every little aspect. And even going back to liability, it's not so much like insurance coverage. If a kid ever got hurt over something I did or set up, I would never feel okay about that. Like my conscience would not be good. So I really put so much thought into all the equipment I buy, into all of our setups, because I think about my own kids and I think about one, what they would like, and two, what would keep them safe. Mostly my son being the example.
My gosh, it's so true. Honestly, our kids, I swear to goodness, they are like the perfect like inspiration. That's the word. I'm like, what am I looking for? Inspiration. They're the perfect
Yeah.
inspiration for everything. Like,
Yeah.
I swear. Okay, can you share your favorite themed setup or most memorable party experience that you've hosted?
Think my favorite theme is when gosh, there's like two that I love and adore so much. I love the bluey themes. So I don't do our vinyl. I am not that creative. Like I am creative with it. I help with it. I am a creative person, but you won't see me near a circuit. I'm not doing that. Like I know my limits. So my childhood best friend Samantha, who was at lunch with me when I decided out of nowhere to open a soft play,
I love it.
does all of that, and she is the mastermind behind that, and her amazing husband, Jimmy, does setups with me too. So they're, like, part of my team, and, so she crushes it, and she did a Bluey theme, which was just amazing and just colorful and fun, and we also did, I think it was back in March, a space theme, which was, I think, our best theme yet. Like, the cutouts we did for that, the little space puppy, the colors, it was just the first time we did something so different like that, and it was really a fun theme.
I could see how that would be so fun. I love hearing all these
Yeah, yeah.
different themes because it's like, I don't
It's so fun.
you don't think of all these incredible things that people come up with. Definitely send me the pictures for those. I would love to put them in your slideshow. So,
Okay, sure.
when we do soft plays, right? Like when we're talking about soft plays, most of the time, you know, they're probably like outdoors. What do you do if weather related challenges happen or surprise you? How do you fix that?
It's interesting. I'm learning that now because you have to remember I'm not even a year into this. So
Yeah,
this is my first outdoor season. So
incredible.
I'm friendly with a bunch of other soft plays. One, and I'm very friendly with, and she gets a lot of my panic texts where I'm like, "Hey, girl, what am I doing tomorrow?" And she's like, "I always forget you're like a newbie still," but I just wing it. Like we did a party on Saturday, a sprinkle outside in the rain, and I tented it for the client. I said, she wasn't canceling it and she tented her party. And I said, all right, we're going to come, we're going to tent this. And if you're good with it, I'm good with it. So we try to have a backup plan. We always try to say, like, please have an indoor backup location. I just never want to cancel someone's party because I know how important it is and how important it is to me, my kids' party and events. So I never have canceled one, and I try everything in my power to not. Now, if it's torrential downpouring, that's another story because no one wants to be outside. So hopefully we never come into that. But so far, we haven't had to cancel any party due to like weather. But again, I'm not like September's a year for me, so it's still a learning process for me.
I was thinking in my head as you were talking, I think like I think about these soft plays on the grass and things, and then I was thinking about rain, like getting like one of those extra large tarps to like throw on the floor so it covers all the wet grass and stuff. That would be, anybody listening that's thinking about doing, I think that could help like the minor little rain and then a tent.
It's what we do. So any
So
outdoor
smart.
setup, I think any outdoor soft play would does do this. You usually stake down a tarp, even if it's not rain. Sorry if that's what you were asking me, like an actual what do I do?
No, no.
Yes, we tarp every outdoor party. We'll tarp it before we put the tiling down, and it does keep your equipment pretty clean and safe. And then if it's sprinkling, raining, we'll tent it. And we also have to tent it if it's hot out because the equipment's leather, so it gets hot in the sun.
Oh my gosh, so many things to think about when you're going into these parties with all like these factors. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's talk a little bit about, are you marketing yourself? How are you getting your name out there? It's been almost a year. So, how is your party planning going? Is it doing well? What is working for you?
Yeah, I think marketing is the biggest struggle for me. It could be I'm not a social media person. I didn't even have a Facebook. I had to make a Facebook to go on and market this. I had to ask my friend how to do a boomerang. I'm not a phone. I just upgraded last week from an iPhone 8 because my pictures looked so bad. So I'm not joking when I say I'm not a phone, like, I'm just not a techie. So I'm learning and I'm learning. So I think my marketing is I'd say how I get majority of my business is from a current party. Like it's visual. People see how much fun their kids having and they want that. They see the kids, they really don't leave the setup. They love it so much. They don't care if other entertainment's there. I'm not just saying that because I own a soft play. They really love it. So when you see your kid having so much fun, you want that. You're like, I'm gonna get this for my kid's party. So majority of my bookings do come from a previous party. And then to get myself out there, I really try to have good relationships with other vendors. There are some vendors who are like so dear to my heart. Like I have my core group of vendor girlfriends where I'm like, okay, let's try to do a giveaway together or let's do an event together and
Uh,
we'll promote each other, which is so nice. Like to just like I just hit 1,000 followers, I think a month ago, which was huge. I remember back in September, I never thought I would reach 1,000 followers. That feels huge. Like it just
yeah.
feels so far away. And I had my vendor girlfriends like, posting it on their social media. Let's get her to 1,000 followers. So that's a big way of it. And just posting your parties on social media. I think,
Okay.
I don't know, maybe I'm the wrong person to ask how to market theirself because I don't know if I've mastered that yet. But I really do think a lot of it will come from if you just other people being at a party and wanting to book you that way. And I think a lot of soft plays feel the same way. Like we get our bookings through current previous parties, clients, things like that.
Yeah, and honestly, like I kind of love that you're being so raw and real right now because I think that shows for anybody listening because you're not the first person to tell me that they hate social media. Actually, like one of my dearest friends who is killing it at the book game today texted me and she was like, I had to hire somebody I physically hate it. So it's not just you. People physically hate social media. So for those of you listening, this is a business that can really grow on word of mouth. So I think that that's really nice to know. Like if you could just get family and friends for the first couple of parties, and then it's word of mouth from there to help you grow. Obviously, you're going to need social media. You're going to need to post, or you're going to need
You do.
like 100% because that's going to get your name out there even more. But it's nice to hear that you're growing not on social media. I feel like a lot of people utilize social media as their main source, but for you,
Yeah.
it's not. It's finding other vendors. Now, how did you find these other vendors?
So it's so funny. Jessie, who is LML Beads, who if you
She'll be
see,
on here.
yeah, she's like the greatest human, but also like if you see me out in public, like you could see my daughter with her dance bag, her book bag, like we have her stuff like head to toe. It's crazy. So she is one of my friends before LML Beads. Like she's one of my mom friends. And I think just like I met a lot through her. Like she connected with a lot of amazing vendors and like we all just became friendly. I think you also interviewed Christy of Timeless Threads, who I'm obsessed with, and I wear her sweatshirts every single day. And she's another one. And then there's Erica from Tiny and Bubs, the Play-Doh kits. Like if you invite me to your kid's birthday party, you're getting one of these. Like I love her. I love her products. So we all kind of have connected. And I think we're all genuinely like morally the same kind of people and the same kind of moms. And we get together with our kids or just us. And it's really nice. And we just have met, I think, randomly by just liking each other's products, maybe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I met Christy from Timeless Threads because I got a gift card for Jessie for her birthday of LML Beads to buy her a sweatshirt. And then, you just become friend. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know.
No,
It's
no,
just,
no.
that's
Yeah.
that.
I definitely think that it's so important to find like-minded women who are starting businesses. And, for everybody listening, that's what Money Hungry Mama does. Like, there's a Facebook group community that I'm growing. I'm in the process of growing. And hopefully on there, everybody starts meeting each other and connecting and, making these friendships because it's important to you want to get your name out there, but to help somebody else get their name out there too, it's just this full circle moment. And I think it's so beautiful. And it's so funny because Jessie from LML Beads, I just interviewed her last week. So you're going to be 1 week after. So everybody listening, this is not far in between. We had talked and afterwards I was like, oh my gosh, I have no idea how this podcast is getting so many people that are going to be interviewing. And she goes, oh, I shared it with everybody. I'm like,
She did. That's how I found you. We were all out to dinner and she goes, I'm going to be on this podcast. I met her at a Mom with Moms event. You guys should go on her podcast. And I was like, wait, what? This is amazing. So that's how it is. It's like things will spread when you have this community of people who support each other. Like she
exactly.
wants us to get our names. Like you just have, I don't know.
It's
You want
beautiful.
that support.
It's honestly like there's nothing else to say. It's like internet friends. It's internet support. It's really cool to build yourself and your business, but also to make these connections with moms that are going through it just like you. And I think that's really, really beautiful. So thank you for sharing that because I think anybody listening, like if social media is not your thing, the thing to take away from this is word of mouth and becoming a community with other people that are doing different things. You don't need to be the same vendor. You could be doing all different things, which is really cool to do different giveaways, which if you're listening at this point, we hosted a giveaway last week. So, doing things like that is really fun. I love this. Oh my gosh. Megan, you're bringing so much great value to this. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
It's been so good. Good. So, okay, what systems do you rely on to stay organized and present both at events and at home? Because I can imagine it can get a little bit tricky, having two small kids and a full event business.
Yeah, there is so much behind the scenes that I don't think people
Yeah.
know. Like like you show up to a party, you set up, you leave. It is so much organization at home, whether it's being in touch with a client. One thing I'm really known for is just being efficient. Like I'm quick. Like you text me, I try to respond really quickly. I just want my clients to feel important and not wait 6 hours to hear from me because your event does matter to me. So it is a lot of just, I don't know, when my son naps, being in my like I store all of we have an insulated like temp controlled garage. So I store all of my equipment out there. It is constantly organizing balls, cleaning equipment, organizing equipment, setting equipment up for my employees. I have two people who help with setups, my best friend's husband, Jimmy,
Amazing.
and then another stay-at-home mom who lives in my neighborhood who also just there's no work for her. So after 6 o'clock. So she does setups as well. Her name is Lindsay. So I am constantly setting up parties for them and then organizing lists of this is the equipment you need. This is what your party will look like. This is the theme. This is the time you need to show up. So it's a lot during the week of just really from Monday through Friday. It's just a little bit each day. I'm organizing, getting ready for parties. And then the weekend comes and we're full game on. And one of us is at an event, setting up the party and then back a few hours later, breaking it down. So it's nice, but it's also like something I just want to say that was really important to me. And a big reason I did this is because when I was at lunch with those girlfriends who love their jobs, they're oncology nurses and they're so proud of their careers, but also so hard to leave your baby and go back to
Yeah.
work. And they're devastated over this. And it's just making me angry at the time because I'm like, "Oh, we shouldn't have to leave our babies, like, life is unfair," and they're just saying things like, "Well, we're just it's not like we're special. Women have to do this all the time, like, we shouldn't feel this way," and I said, "No, you should feel this way, like, you have the right to own this and feel this and, like, not compare it to anyone else in the world," and I was like, "I wanna just hire as many stay-at-home moms as I can, just if they need a little pocket money, whatever it is, so I just don't want them to feel this way. If it can
Yeah.
help them in a little bit so they don't have to go to a 9 to 5 and leave their babies, like, that was an important thing, and I'm just a small little soft play now. I don't know if it'll stay that way. Like, I always say I'm not the bread and butter, but maybe I will be one day. Maybe I'll decide to do something else and something else will branch off, but that is something that's really, really important to me is, like, just having as many stay-at-home moms as I can help me who I know wanna, like, just be home and not wanna leave their babies, and if you do wanna go work, that's okay too.
Yeah.
You should be able to have it any way you want it, and it's just I don't know, it just feels so unfair. Oh, yeah,
Feeling like so deep to the core. I think everybody listening has definitely felt that or they're feeling it right now, or maybe they're pregnant, they're about to be mom to be, and this is to start bringing ideas. I get it. There's n I find myself constantly thinking about what can I do to stay home? And I really should say that was my mindset. It was, what can I do to stay home? That's why this whole entire money hungry mama era started because it was like, how can I not leave this tiny little human
yeah.
that I just made and trust somebody else to watch the baby? That's just how I felt. So I feel it every inch to my core. And the fact that, can we just all acknowledge for a fact that Megan literally has not even been doing this a year and is already hiring stay-at-home moms and giving them extra income. Like, girl, brava. That is amazing. And she doesn't even do social media. So let's really take that into consideration of how word of mouth, making friends with vendors are
Yeah,
really such a pull. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
thank you. Thanks. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Of course. I was also thinking, because my business mind is constantly working, and that I love having this podcast because instead of me trying to do all these ventures, I could just tell you guys and then you guys can go do the ventures for your business. So I don't have to start a new one. But for you, I'm trying to think of anything after 5 o'clock. And could be ice cream places. It could be, I would say restaurants, but I feel like that can get a little sticky. I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it. I'll send it to you. Breweries. Oh my gosh, how fun would it be to do, like, because breweries have family days and wineries and stuff like that.
And it's so funny you say that because I joke with my friends all the time where we'll go hang out with breweries and I'll be like, I wish I could just bring the soft play set up to contain our kids. But I have reached out to breweries. I have reached out to ice cream shops. It's something I probably have to dig a little deeper. And
Yeah.
I have done events at places like from Oak Hill or some like things at Raising Sunshine in Shrewsbury, some pop-up events there, which was awesome. So I think a lot of it is me. I have to really just take the time to
And you will.
connect with yeah, totally will.
And you will. And you will.
Yeah,
This is mostly also in my head going for anybody that's at home that might have, kids in school and they're just like looking for extra income during the week.
perfect for them. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. I think it'd be fun. I think, like, I love hearing about all these businesses because it's just so fun. It's so fun to get into a different seat for a little bit and be like, "Oh my gosh, how can we make this work?" Like, I love it. I love it. Okay, what it's one piece of advice, something that people normally would charge for that you would like to give the moms today for free?
So something I would say, and it's gonna sound maybe like a little corny, but it's really a motto I live by and it was ingrained in me since a child, is to truly just be kind, to be nice. You never know what shoes someone is walking in every single day. And I remember opening this and being a deer in headlight and not knowing anyone who did soft play. Typically, if you open up a new soft play and I see it, you're going to hear from me like, hey, my name's Megan. I'm one of the newbies in the industry. Any questions, let me know. Cause I had a million questions and I didn't connect with any soft plays till months later. And I wish I had that. So there's always room at the table. Never think of someone as your competition because that's just not how it is. There's room for everybody. So if you just have to support everyone if you're not supporting someone, it's like you're not supporting their kids or their family or their livelihood, right? So like you just shouldn't want to tear someone down. Be nice, be supportive of other companies, even if it's what you're doing. That's really the biggest thing I can say. It will just come around full circle to you. It really will.
Oh my gosh. This is such a great comment because there's two types of people. I feel like there's one that's ready to build everybody up like you. I mean, we have seen that very much today. And then there's others that, think of everything as a competition. And I love that you're wording it this way because it's so true. There is so many seats at the table. We can all make it, and I love that by being kind, by building these relationships. I think it's so important to build these business relationships, to be kind, to be that shoulder that you wish that you had. I love that. That is so sweet. So, everybody here, she said it first. If you have questions, if you're doing a soft play, she is here. And that is
And yeah,
just wonderful. That is wonderful.
yeah,
Thanks for that. That means a lot. So,
yeah.
Megan, the most important question: what does being a money hungry mama mean to you?
Really what it means to me, and which was also a big motivating factor in this decision, was we live in a horrific economy right now. It's hard to live off one income. And also, I bought my house at a very high market, high interest rate. Like our cost of living actually doubled when we bought our house. So that is part of my motivation, is just having some extra income. It's part of being a money hungry mama, is just, and your income doesn't even have to be to pay the bills. It could be if it's to take your vacation or want to take your kids to do fun extras, whatever that is, you're allowed to have that. Spend it on yourself.
Yeah,
But that's a big part of it, is just the motivation, and the motivation of, I'm constantly saying to my vendor friends and my mom friends, well, I'm never going to be the breadwinner. Like I'm not the bread and butter. Like
you can't say that.
but but I'm done saying that, like, because maybe I will be. There's more for me, I just don't know what that is yet, like, I'm not even there yet, but there is more for me, and yeah, I'm done saying that. Like, I just this week it hit me, like, new message in the universe, like, I am going to be the bread and butter of this family, I'm gonna do something more. So just have that mindset, like, put it in the universe, put out what you're gonna do, you can do it. Like, find that support, find your support system, and just make it happen for your family, because it is such a hard economy. I think most people can relate to that. Like we all need a little extra cushion. So figure out your thing and make it happen, really.
For sure, for sure. And mindset has been, you know, I have been really deep diving into mindset in the past like 3 years. And let me just tell you this right now: mindset shift is the only reason that this podcast started. It's the only reason that this book is going to get published, is because there was a mindset shift. I went from saying, who would care what I have to say? Who would care about, hearing from me? Who would care about all the things that I've been through? To, why not share what I've already been through? I could help somebody else. It's different this time around because I know what I'm doing. So the mindset shift and what you tell yourself every single day is going to show up in your work. If you're going into every single day saying, I'm going to be that bread and butter, you are going to show up 10 times harder without even trying. Because in your mind,
Yep.
it's like, oh, I got to go be the bread and butter. I got to take this super seriously because it means something to me. I
Yep.
love that mindset shift. Yes, 100%. If you're listening here and you are telling yourself every single day, I can't afford it, reword it. It's not, me and my husband are working really hard at this. It's not, I can't afford it. It's, I don't want to pay for that right now.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
a different shift. It's not out of reach. It's just not, I just don't want to right now. Oh my, beautiful. Thank you for bringing that up. We have not talked about mindset yet. So that is so important. It is so important, especially building a business. Wonderful.
100%. It's everything. It really is everything.
It truly, truly is. Megan, any big things on the horizon for you?
No, really no big things, just, really building the brand. So I feel like working hard with Tot Spot. I did recently, it was a month ago that I hired my 3rd employee, Lindsay, so that was huge for me. Huge for me in so many ways, of having the extra help, like, "Wow, we're hiring a 3rd employee," and finding someone amazing who I trust, who does, like, an amazing job with it. So that is our newest big thing in the Tot Spot team. Also, stay-at-home mom who just left her job the week of and messaged me like, "I just left my job," and venting to me, and I said, "Come work for me." And she's like, "Really?" And I said, yeah, you're gonna come from work for me. You're gonna start training this weekend. Let's go. So yeah, I'm just want to keep getting bigger and more and hire more stay-at-home moms. Like, let's go. Like, you're a stay-at-home mom, hit me up. Like, let's make this bigger, better. I want you to have like your side money too for whatever it is.
My goodness. I just congratulations, not even a year and a third employee with the biggest heart, might I say, Miss Megan, you have because you are just oh my gosh. There's just sometimes where you talk to people and it's just this immediate they're just wonderful, and you are just wonderful. So thank you for being that stay-at-home mom advocate. Anybody in Monmouth County who is a stay-at-home, reach out to Megan. Maybe she'll have more opportunities in the future. But I love this. Thank you so much. And now, Megan, where can our listeners support you?
Basically, Instagram, Tot Spot Parties on Instagram. That is the best way to find me. Don't even bother with my Facebook, like I said. And I don't hate social media. I'm just not good at it. So come to my Instagram. It's getting better there. It's looking better. I have my fancy new upgraded phone and come on over to Instagram.
Love it so much, Megan. Thank you so much for being here today.
Of course, so happy to be here. So honored.